Watching every Disney movie in order. Tonight we're watching Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is the first movie in the series and Disney really comes out strong with this one. Released in 1937 and with a runtime of 1 hour and 29 minutes. It follows the story of a princess who lives in a castle. She falls in love with a prince who she's only seen once from a distance. She also lives with a wicked queen in the castle. The wicked queen is jealous of how hot Snow White is, so she sends a guard to kill Snow White. Snow White escapes and eventually finds a house in the forest to live in. She goes in the house, even though it's clearly lived in by someone else, she just lets herself in and has a nap. The house is owned by 7 dwarfs who, after a long day of working in the mines, come home to find Snow White sleeping in their bed. And I should probably mention that the dwarfs are all named after a small personality trait of theirs. Eventually the queen tracks down Snow White and poisons her and kills her. Despite the fact that she's dead, the dwarfs are too heartbroken to bury her, so they keep her in a glass coffin on display. Ooh. The prince comes back eventually and decides that even though Snow White is dead, he's going to kiss her on the lips. This wakes her up and Snow White and the prince and the dwarfs live happily ever after. Oh, and should I mention the queen actually falls off a cliff and dies? I think it still holds up great as a Disney classic movie overall, but the choice to have the dwarfs named after a small personality trait of theirs is an unusual choice. Especially Dopey, because it's pretty clear early on that he has learning difficulties and that's basically exaggerated and made fun of. But at the same time, it was the 1930s, guys, so autism didn't exist back then, right? My favourite dwarf was definitely Grumpy, because it's clear that he's just a boomer and I find myself resonating with the things that he gets grumpy at. I'd still give this movie a solid 8.5 out of 10. The first Disney feature-length movie and it was absolutely incredible. That's the first movie off the list. See you for number 2.